to last season when these teams met in Baltimore. The Patriots came in 8-0, boasting the NFL's #1 defense, giving up just over 7 points per game. In fact, they were being talked about as one of the best defenses in NFL history. Then the Ravens wore that defense out as Lamar Jackson ran for 2 touchdowns and threw for another, leading Baltimore to a 37-20 win. Well, this week, Bill Belichick said the 2 things that make Jackson difficult to defend are his decision-making and his speed, saying he constantly has the defense in conflict, making you defend a lot more than any other quarterback. 3-time Pro Bowl safety Devin McCourty told us last year things were moving a lot faster on the field than we studied on the tape. Once we settled in, we were fine. So Al, McCourty believes the key tonight is to learn from that experience, start fast, and don't take an entire half to figure things out.
Michelle, one thing he'll have to deal with, as will everybody tonight, it's 50 degrees, the wind at 14. You can see how the flags are flapping, and that junk that went through Cleveland this afternoon and caused a 37-minute delay is coming this way. Going to be kind of a crazy night, we think, weather-wise. John Harbaugh owns a Super Bowl trophy, won it in 2012, 13th season as the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. His team will get the ball. New England won the toss and deferred. Jake Bailey, who's their punter, will kick off. Devin Duvernay, who is a rookie and leads the league in kickoff return average, he's been special, will get it. Kicking into what would be the prevailing wind right now, and it bounces through the end zone. So the Ravens now coming out to start the second half of the season. 2.5 games at the moment behind undefeated Pittsburgh in the AFC North. This year, 469 rushing yards, so he's on his way to over 900 yards on the ground. He's been into the end zone 3 times, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So Jackson to go to work from the 25-yard line. Foxborough, one of those places where there are no fans at all tonight. And Mark Ingram is back. Hurt his ankle against Philadelphia, missed the last 2 games. Jackson straight to the pocket, sliding left, section to the right side, hits Ingram there, and Ingram on his way back after that 2-game absence picks up 16. Winovich knocks him out of bounds.
It's just the problem when you deal with Lamar Jackson. It's like, what do? You have him fake that way, now he's going to drift the other way, your zone defense reacts back, and he throws it all the way across the field. I don't know if there's a quarterback in the NFL that makes you defend all 53 yards and 100 yards vertically of turf the way that Lamar Jackson does.
Kyler Murray might be next after what he did in that Arizona-Buffalo game at the end of the day. Arizona winning on a Hail Mary at the end. Little toss back here. Ingram puts his head down and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a look at that Baltimore offense. We'll also see, in addition to Ingram, Gus Edwards and the rookie J.K. Dobbins, Hollywood Brown. He wants the ball more. Well, it happened tonight, and you don't see Mark Andrews there because he doesn't start, but you'll see him a lot tonight. One of his favorite targets. Skura in the middle, and you got Brown and Fluker on the outside to protect one Lamar Jackson.
It's interesting, Patriots coming out with Kyle Duggar, who's a little bit bigger defensive back. I'm sure trying to add some speed, but also maintain some size because of the power running ability of the Ravens.
Come up in the pistol. They use this formation a lot. And that's tipped in the air and almost picked and drops to the ground untouched. John Simon, big number 55, got his mitts on it. It will be 3rd down and 11.
One of the problems the Patriots have had all season long is getting some pressure, and this time Simon able to break through and at least make some contact. So we saw the Ravens get off to a very slow start in the first half a week ago in that game against the Colts. So this is a big opportunity here for the Patriots to make a stand and get this thing going early, because who knows what happens when the full brunt of this weather hits.
Yeah, Baltimore trailed by 3 at the half. Came out, picked up the pace, and beat Indy handily. 3rd down and 11. Jackson stepping up. Jackson going deep downfield and incomplete. Stride for stride being covered was Hollywood Brown by Jason McCourty, and it's 4th down for the Ravens.
so many of these guys in the secondary for the Patriots this year have had issues. I mean, they just have. Going to get an out and up here at the top of the screen. But this time, Jason McCourty right on it. And not only that, the way he squeezed him into the boundary actually took him out of bounds. Wouldn't have mattered if he'd have caught it or not.
So Sam Cook, who's in his 15th season, picked him in the 6th round back in 06. Gunnar Olszewski is there and makes a fair catch and then gets contacted at the 15-yard line. Justice Hill came down there and hit him. And we have our first flag of the game. So Sean Hockley will give us the call in short order. But clearly you saw what happened. He called for the fair catch right there.
Personal foul, unnecessary kicking team number 43. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the play. First down. Timeout.
So the Pats and Cam Newton will go to work when we come back. The Patriots run the ball a lot, 4th in rushing yards per game, 28th in passing yards per game. And Cam Newton will go to work. Tom Brady, in case you missed it, took his talents to Florida. Cam signing a 1-year deal. Has missed 1 game this year on the COVID list and starts here as they hand the ball off to Damian Harris, who's become their leading ground gainer after missing the first 3 games of the season. So his passing yards, 1,417, 2 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, but 8 rushing touchdowns in the 7 games he's played so far. So we know what he can do, and watching it for years in Carolina. And we'll see what's in order tonight. Jakob Johnson is in there as the fullback, fronting Harris. Keep it on the ground, and here goes Harris bouncing off a tackle and picking up the first down as he gets out to the 41-yard line. Take a look now at the New England offense with Harris. Talk a lot about him later. They pick it up on the pace right now. Harry is back. Meyers had a breakout game on Monday night, and they give it again to Harris out to the 48-yard line. So they feed him 3 times in a row, and they pick up the tempo right off the bat tonight.
Yeah, one of the things they wanted to do was make sure they didn't get the substitute in the way the Ravens likes to substitute.
Trouble with the snap there, but he gets it off to Harris again. Been a slow starting team, New England, in the first quarter this season. But tonight they're trying to pick it up, get started, as Chris said, to avoid having those defensive substitutions being made.
Yeah, a little juggle there going, but so far this game going exactly.